Hello, everyone. My name's Charlotte Kohn, and this year I completed my Silver Leadership Challenge. And I'm very excited to let you guys know a little bit about me and what I did and what I learned, and kind of my hopes for gold in the next school year. So, some of my goals for the Silver Leadership Challenge mostly centered around my mental health, actually. I hadn't really been paying a whole lot of attention to myself, and I'm a little bit of a workaholic. So, in kind of taking some time for myself and looking to see what services were offered and things that I could do for my mental health was definitely something that I was looking forward to and engaged within a whole lot this entire year. Another one of my goals was career exploration. So I had an idea of some things that I was good at and could do, but I wanted to see what there was out there based on a skill set that I had already established or things that I was just familiar with for myself. And then finally, I had my own kind of sub goal of kind of being outside of my own comfort zone. I know that there are certain things that I don't frequently enjoy, but maybe I will have to. So this is kind of the inspiration behind where I engaged in service with at a elementary school, middle school aged children for tutoring. That's not something that I would normally go for, but it's definitely something that would help me kind of push myself outside of this comfort zone that I was more or less familiar with over time. My growth kind of centered a little bit around my own self. And as such, that kind of helped with leadership in general because you kind of got to look inside before you can help outside of yourself. So, one of the areas of growth that I kind of saw really vividly would probably have to be looking at reaching out and accepting help and knowing that it wasn't so much a weakness to ask for help or support. And as such, that honestly makes you a good leader. You know, like you wouldn't expect yourself to do everything just like you wouldn't expect someone else to do everything. So I reached out and got support and did what I could for myself and others. From there, problem solving kind of became a lot easier because it wasn't just something that was weighing down on my shoulders and only my problem. I was better able to kind of look at the whole picture and understand other people that were around me and willing to put in some time to help me myself. So problem solving kind of got bolstered in the same way that, I didn't really expect, but it's something that was necessary for me to kind of grow in. And then otherwise, I think that to go along with maybe more of my mental health, just being gentle with myself. Like I can't do things 100% of the time at the best of my capacity. Some days I'm not going to be 100%, and that's okay. So being gentle with myself and forgiving of different things that have happened and being gentle with other people too, because I can't hold someone to the same standard that maybe I would hold myself. So long as we kind of all get things done and we can all understand where certain days have been more difficult or different people have strengths, it's just a matter of being gentle and understanding with everyone. So, as I had mentioned earlier, some of my service with community in mind kind of took place around maybe something that I would be a little less familiar with. So, as such, I ended up volunteering some of my time with Hope Academy, and I worked as something of a tutor for them. And I would go about once a week, and I would be with one of the kids that had homework and assignments and some work to do, and we would sit down and go through and talk about some of the things that we had to do and work through some problems and readings and different things like that. So, I mean, I learned a lot about myself here in the sense that just because this wasn't an environment that I was necessarily comfortable in or enjoyed all the time, it's something that really showed me that I could make a difference and be someone of significance for other people that I didn't necessarily see myself as having an influence on, right? So I guess that in working out in the community, I really had this exciting moment, this aha moment, where I realized, hey, like I'm doing something. And just because it wasn't something that I thought for myself would be, the greatest experience ever, it's turned into something really, really good. So I really enjoyed partnering with Hope Academy, and it's definitely something that I would recommend if you're looking for anything from tutoring services to getting some experience out into the community and doing anything that, maybe you need to push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone with. Some of my personal motivation for completing Silver Leadership, besides having finished Bronze Leadership Challenge, was kind of this idea that I really wanted to leave an impact somewhere, that I was able to do something for myself but also for others. So just kind of being engaged with the environment as it was and seeing if I can offer something of change to the culture that I'm within, and in a positive way, of course. Like, I really want to foster creativity and kind of get people excited to learn, so kind of being in a school idea of an area is something that I really enjoyed for most of my time. And I know that a lot of people didn't necessarily have that same feeling of enjoyment when it came to school. So I wanted to be able to kind of pass down this knowledge of my experiences and different things that I've done to make school exciting for me, and being able to kind of engage in a different way that maybe someone else never had the opportunity to teach or learn about. So this was kind of something behind the reasoning that I decided to go for Hope Academy, for example, and decided to go kind of more social in my culture of change. So some of my future goals have to definitely do with, generally speaking, focusing on myself. Mental health is never just kind of a once and done thing. So as such, I will probably continue going and utilizing the services that are found around me at school, and just really identifying who I am and what I can do and how I can understand other people. Beyond that, I really hope to kind of continue passing on these skills that I had learned beyond the community and the environment that I had been in with Hope Academy, and just kind of getting myself out there into a larger, area of cultural change, because I think that being able to learn how to adapt to the environment that you're in and be able to help other people adapt and do what they need to is definitely something that is of usage. So beyond this, I am going to be a senior next year, so I'm definitely hoping to continue my leadership challenge with gold. And from there, I really hope to kind of engage myself in some leadership with some of the clubs that I am in and some of the different organizations that are here on campus. So thank you all very much, and that has been my Silver Leadership experience in slides.